What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have the Nitecore EDC33, and yes, I am a flashlight geek. I have at least 50 flashlights. I love all of them. We're going to talk about the Lumens, the candela, and the runtime first. Then the controls, because the controls are kind of unique. I'm going to quickly mention some of the other features on the light. Then you can subscribe to this channel and go on your merry way and enjoy your day. All right, Lumens first. So it has like 6 different settings. The highest 2 are momentary only. 4,000 lumen floodlight, 1,700 like lumen spotlight, good for searching, pretty tight, very tight beam on that one there. The other modes are going to be constant on. So you have ultra low, low, medium, high. Again, I'll show you all of this in the controls, and those are constant on only. Your candela, very respectable, between 40 to 54,000 on the higher settings. Again, that 1,700 momentary only mode has a very, very tight beam, great for searching. Runtime is respectable as well, 2.5 hours on high, 63 hours on ultra low, which is silly. And then notice the 2 really high modes, again, the 4,000 lumens and the 1,700 lumens, don't have a runtime. 1, they're momentary only. 2, when you crank out that much light out of a light this small, it's going to drain your battery. Doesn't matter who makes it, it's just a matter of physics or something. No, it's going to drain a lot of battery when you crank out that much light out of a light this small. Before we get into the controls, we have 2 people to thank. One, the biggest supporter of this channel is Notches Shooting and Outdoors. They have you covered for your fishing gear, your hunting gear, your pew-pew accessories, all that type of stuff. You know where the link is if you want to check them out, and I would appreciate it. Number 2, the supporter of this video is Blackout Coffee. We haven't talked about Blackout Coffee in a while, but I still drink 2 to 3 cups of Blackout coffee per day. That's why I talk so quickly. This is a cinnamon French toast. That's all I drink. My wife is down with the blueberry crumble. They're delicious. Discount code is Tiberious. I will warn you, if you try it, you're probably going to get addicted to it, and then you go and try like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or something, or whatever coffee you drink. Doesn't matter. And it's going to ruin you because the coffee tastes that good. And they have the beans, the roasted, the K-cups, all that stuff. Hot chocolate, tea, whatever. Code Tiberious. Now let's get into the controls. Okay, you ready? So the button has like a half press and a full press. So if I give the button a full press and let go, the light stays on constant. And if I give it a half press at that point, that's how it scans through all of those modes that I mentioned earlier. The ultra low, the medium, the high. And whatever mode you turn it off is the same mode that it turns back on, so it has that memory. Now the 2 momentary modes, if I give it a half press and hold it, that's going to be, wow, that's bright. That's going to be 1,700 lumens with a very, very tight hotspot, good for searching. If I just crank the button all the way down and hold it, that's 4,000 lumens, momentary only, and that's more of a floodlight. Again, we'll do the beam comparison so you can see all this at night, but half press, 1,700 lumens for a really tight beam, full press, 4,000 lumens, floodlight, and it's just a wall, ton of light coming out of there. The cap, if you spin it, it reveals the USB-C, and that's how it charges, which is good. You spin it back to cover it. It's waterproof either way, but that's just so dust doesn't get in there. It does have a battery indicator. There's 4 little LEDs on here, and that's where you know the status of your battery. There's a lockout mode. If you flip that up, the light's not going to work at all. It's good if you're throwing it in a bag or something along those lines. But it also has a half lockout mode that I like a lot more. I didn't love the lockout mode. I was like, okay, but I love the half lockout mode. So you push the button, half press, full press, doesn't matter, and then you put the lockout mode, flip that lever up. And what that's going to do, all of your constant modes, your ultra low, your low, medium, high, all those are gone. Those don't work. But the 2 momentary modes, the half press 1,700 lumens, the full press 4,000 lumens, those still work. So I like that because God forbid I need my light right away for an emergency, regardless of that may be unlikely. If I need it right away for an emergency, I can just grab it and push those buttons, even if it's on lockout mode. So the half lockout, I like a lot. If you look at the LED, I wanted to point this out quick because it's a pretty unique LED. There's one little LED in the middle, and then there's, I don't know, 6 or 9 LEDs going around it. I'm old, I'm blind, I can't see, I don't know. But that's how you get the different beam patterns on the different settings, is all those different LEDs. The little hole you see right next to LED is a sensor, protection, function is what it's called. So on the ultra high 4000 lumen mode, if you get too close to the wall, you'll see that this light dims down. If too much light is coming back at it, it can actually damage the light and cause problems. We're going to talk a little bit more about this on testing, but that's what that little button, that little setting is there. Has a very, very nice sturdy clip, very, very sturdy. It's not reversible, just so you know. Obviously it comes with the box, the manual, the USB-C cord is included, and it comes with this lanyard. Now I've kind of done a 180 on lanyards, and I actually like them. This particular one is a little too big and too long to carry in my pocket, but if it's going to go in a bag or clipped in a car or something like that, that lanyard would be perfect for any of those uses. Okay, you and me and you, we're going to go step outside. We're going to show you the different settings at night so you can see the beams and compare them and do all that stuff. And I'll be right back.
All right. Here is ultra low, 5 lumens, ultra low. There is low. Oh, big difference. Here is medium. Whoa. Here is high. And then let me turn that off. This is the 1700 lumen spot, and then the 4000 lumen floodlight. Oh my goodness, it's bright. All right. Here is ultra low, low, medium. Wow, what a big difference. High. Wow. All right, let's get the 1700 lumen. 1700 lumen. 4000 lumens, like daytime in this tight area. Let's annoy my neighbors and do the 1700 spotlight and light up their house, and then the 4000 lumens. Oh my goodness.
What did you think of the different beams and the different brightness? It's cool how you get the 1700 really tight, 4000's a flood. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think for about a light that's about 4.5 inches and about 4.5 ounces, that you can get 4000 lumens, and the price is under $70. Granted, it is made overseas for you folks who care about that. I know some of you do, but that's a lot of value for a very, very small light. As always, I'll put some links down you know where, and hopefully I can find you a good deal. Maybe not. All right, testing. It does tail cap stand, by the way. Oh, I dropped it. It does tail cap stand. Let me mention that because people always ask. It's tail cap standing right now. Testing. So I carried this for a few weeks. I've had it for about 3 or 4 weeks. Carried it in my pocket. I also brought it to SHOT Show 1 week as well. Took a trip there for work. I always keep one flashlight in my pocket and one in my bag when I'm traveling, and this light was in my bag the whole week, and it went to Vegas with me, came back, and I used it the normal EDC type stuff. You know, I need to see something at night, I drop my keys, all that type of stuff. I also check on the chickens every night. I go and lock up my chickens, and the ladies appreciate the ultra low mode. Some of the other flashlights I've tested that only have like 1000 or 1500 lumens, when I blast that at night in the coop, they are not amused with me. So the ultra low mode is greatly appreciated by the chickens. All right, the sensor protection function, I want to talk about that. What I was worried about, if there's too much light coming back at the light and dims down, is that going to happen in a self-defense scenario? Like I have the light on and I'm searching, someone throws a very high candela light back at it and the light turns off or dims, and that's not really the case. I had several lights a foot away, several inches away, and the light didn't dim down until I got extremely close, like an inch or two away, and that's not realistic. That's not going to happen. So even a really high candela light, if it's more than a couple inches away, this light's not going to turn off. So that was my hesitation with that, but I had no problems. The run test we did, we charged the light up fully. We ran it on high. It did last about 2.5 hours. We did a waterproof test. It's rated 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. We didn't do the 1.5 meters. We dropped it in a cup of water for about 30 minutes, a little less than 30 minutes, and I didn't have any problems with it. We did the recharge test. It's rated for about 2 hours, and that's roughly how long it took. It took a little more than 2 hours to recharge, but I did have it plugged into my battery backup. I didn't have it plugged into the wall, so I think if you plug it into the wall, it'll probably be less than 2 hours. And finally, we did the drop test. We dropped it a few times. It's rated for up to 6 meters. We dropped it shoulder height. No problems, no issues. The light is holding up well. So my biggest pro, obviously, is going to be the brightness. You get a ton of light out of a very, very small flashlight. It charges very quickly. The lockout mode is okay. The half lockout mode is dope. I really like the half lockout mode. As far as the controls, I didn't put the controls in pros or cons. I don't mind the controls. I like them. Took me a little bit to get used to them. But I know half of you out there only want a light that's on-off only. Maybe momentary constant, but that's it. People don't want that. And there's a very good portion of you people out there who want all the bells and whistles, the ultra low, the low, the momentary, all the things out there. So the controls are going to be up to you. You can decide whether it's a pro or a con and whether you want this light or not. The only con I have, the only thing I don't love is the battery is not a removable battery. I don't think it's a deal breaker because, again, I have like 50 flashlights, but I always like having the ability to take the battery out. God forbid it's dead and I need the flashlight. I'm sure it helps with the waterproofing and some other things on the light, but it would be nice to be able to take that battery out. Overall, if you are looking for a good quality, really high lumen, small, affordable light, again, 4 ounces, 4.5 inches, 4,000 lumens, less than 70 bucks. How are we gonna complain? It's tough to complain about. All right. There are links down below, again, if you're looking to pick one up. It's Natchez Shooting and Outdoors, the biggest supporter of the channel. And by the way, Nitecore, when they sent me the flashlight, they sent me a catalog. Nobody does this anymore, but this is really, really nice. It's like color, full-page catalog with all of their products. Nice marketing, old school, good stuff. I thought that was kind of cool as well. Anyway, Natchez, they're great. I love them. Link down below. Blackout Coffee, the supporter of this video. It's delicious. Discount code is Tiberious. More important than any of that, though, guys, thank you for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. Now, if you think I deserve it, you can like and comment. That stuff's free. It's easy. It helps out. It truly does positively affect the algorithm on YouTube. However, if you really want to help me out, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers here. We're getting close, but it's painfully slow. So if you think I deserve it, click that subscribe button before you go. I appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Peace!